red zone touchdown.
Throw down to second in time.
Sims to Griner running the floor.
Staten on the run, and he jams it home.
Nixon, the runner comes home, they got him.
What tough shot, and there's McLemore. Oh, wow!
Welcome to this week's edition of the Big 12 Report, presented as always by Dr. Pepper. I'm Wendell Barnhouse, Big12Sports.com correspondent, joined as always by co-host Carter Babb.
Thanks, Wendell. Well, the volleyball season concluded on Saturday night in Louisville, Kentucky, and produced yet another national championship for a Big 12 team.
That's right, Carter. Texas was number 3 as far as the national seed was concerned, but they proved without a doubt that they were the best team in the country. Texas started off with a tough 5-set semifinal victory over Michigan in the semifinals, and then they dominated Oregon Saturday night, winning in 3 sets to capture the 2012 NCAA Women's Volleyball Championship. Texas set an NCAA record for a 3-set victory by hitting .438 as a team. Bailey Webster, selected as the tournament's most outstanding player, had 14 kills, and Big 12 Player of the Year Haley Eckerman added 12 kills. Texas was also dominant defensively with 15 team blocks to Oregon's 1. Now, the Longhorns started their season 6-3, then closed with a rush, winning 23 of their last 24 matches to finish 29-4 and win the school's second national championship in volleyball.
Well, that's quite a run, to end the season, so congratulations to the Longhorns. Well, this week's show will be our last for 2 weeks, last of 2012, actually, as we go on a break for the holiday. So this week, in this segment, we're going to talk about the 9 bowl games featuring the Big 12 schools. So, Wendell, why don't you give us started on a little preview of the bowl games?
Okay, we're going to alternate back and forth between Carter and I, and I'm going to start out with the Bridgeport Education Holiday Bowl. Baylor is on a roll. They've won their last 3 games, including an upset of top-ranked Kansas State. Quarterback Nick Florence leads the nation in total offense with the help of All-American wide receiver Terrence Williams and running back Lake Seastrunk, the Big 12 Offensive Newcomer of the Year.
Well, Texas Tech will take on Minnesota in the Meineke Car Care Bowl, and the Red Raiders close on a wild ride in the conference as 3 of its last 6 games went to overtime. Now, after they topped TCU in triple overtime, the Red Raiders finished out losing 4 of their final 5 games, but since the 2002 season, Tech is 7-2 in bowl games, which is tied for the best conference record among teams who have played in more than 4 games.
The New Era Pinstripe Bowl is played in Yankee Stadium, a kind of a unique setting for that game, and this will be the last hurrah for Geno Smith, Tavon Austin, and Stedman Bailey, 3 of the explosive offensive players who've been the keys to the West Virginia offense the last 2 seasons. The Mountaineers will be going up against a former Big East Conference foe in Syracuse. Now, both teams are stronger offensively than defensively, so there's a good chance that the 3rd edition of the Pinstripe Bowl will be high scoring.
That's right. Well, Texas will take on Oregon State in the Valero Alamo Bowl, and the Longhorns were saved all season by an effective running game led by Jonathan Gray and Joe Bergeron, who ranked 10th and 11th respectively on the league rushing chart. Texas looks to stop a 2-game losing streak and get their 10th bowl win under head coach Mack Brown.
The Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl used to be known as the Insight.com Bowl. It's played in the Phoenix area, and TCU will be playing in that game. Now, it was a challenging first season of the Big 12 for TCU. Considering all the injuries and roster moves, winning 7 games was quite an accomplishment. Finishing with 8 wins would be a great springboard for the 2013 season. TCU's tough defense will be challenged by Michigan State's ground-oriented attack, which is led by Le'Veon Bell, the nation's 3rd leading rusher.
That's right. Well, the AutoZone Liberty Bowl will actually be a rematch of a game earlier this season with Iowa State and Tulsa. Now, the Cyclones have had a revolving door at quarterback this season with 3 different starters throughout the year. Steele Jantz, Jared Barnett, and Sam Richardson each took their turn under center. And senior linebackers Jake Knott and A.J. Klein were both named first-team All-Big 12 and lead a unit that ranks 3rd in the league in scoring defense.
Well, Carter, the Heart of Dallas Bowl is another bowl that's been renamed. It used to be the Ticket City Bowl. This is a good game for a great cause. The proceeds from this game will go to charity and will help the homeless in the Metroplex area. Oklahoma State plays in the game. They lost their 3 of their games this season that they lost were by 1 possession. But winning 8 games, finishing with a bowl victory would put a better spin on the season. Clint Shelf will get the start at quarterback, and the Cowboys offense should continue to be explosive. Purdue won't be able to keep up if it's a high-scoring game, I think.
That's right. Well, what could be one of the best bowl games of the year will be the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl with Kansas State taking on Oregon. Heisman finalist and Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year Colin Klein will play the last game of a storied career as a Wildcat. Now, Klein became the first signal caller at a BCS school this year to log 20 rushing touchdowns and 10 passing touchdowns in consecutive seasons. K-State racked up the postseason awards this year as linebacker Arthur Brown was named the league's Defensive Player of the Year, and head coach Bill Snyder in his 21st season was named the Coach of the Year.
And the final bowl game involving a Big 12 school will be the AT&T Cotton Bowl Classic, and the Cotton should be one of the best bowl games of the bowl season. Oklahoma probably deserved a BCS bowl bid. The Sooners' 2 losses came to 2 teams with a combined record of 23-1. Landry Jones and the offense caught fire down the stretch as the Sooners had to win 8 consecutive Big 12 games to earn a share of the title. Oklahoma will try to take some of the luster off of Johnny Manziel and the Heisman Trophy. Now, Texas A&M went 10-2 in its first season after leaving the Big 12.
Well, those will all be good ones. You know, I think with these 9 bowl games, the Big 12 really has a chance to prove what a deep league it is from top to bottom, so it should be fun to watch. Well, all right, Wendell, enough with all the ordinary news, this ordinary stuff. Let's get to some earth-shattering and world-famous weekly shout-outs. The last installment of the shout-outs for the year. Why don't you tell us what you got this week?
Trying to wrap up 2012 in a fine fashion.
That's
here.
right.
Let's see.
That's
I've
right.
got 3 right here on the. All right, let's get started. Big 12 fans all know that all 9 schools in bowl games are great at supporting their teams, but I want to salute 3 in particular. Kansas State and Oklahoma each sold out their allotment of tickets for the Fiesta Bowl and the Cotton Bowl in quick fashion, and Iowa State impressed the Liberty Bowl folks by quickly selling out its allotment of 10,000 and then another 3,000 tickets that the school requested. Looks like Beale Street in Memphis is going to see a lot of cardinal and gold. Now, Oklahoma State and college wrestling history go hand in hand, so it was appropriate that the Cowboys were involved in Sunday's Grapple at the Garden, the first collegiate wrestling meet to be held in the historic Madison Square Garden. Second-ranked Oklahoma State defeated Tennessee Chattanooga 41-9 and number 8 Cornell 21-16. The Cowboys were one of 14 collegiate teams that competed in the venue that's known as the world's most famous arena. And looking ahead a little bit, on December 31st, Oklahoma will play host to Texas A&M Corpus Christi, but instead of playing the game at Lloyd Noble Center, the teams will play at McCaslin Fieldhouse on the OU campus. The Sooners played an exhibition game at McCaslin earlier this season, and it was a big success. Now, the New Year's Eve Day game will have a 1940s theme. The 1940s were the most successful decade in basketball history at the school.
Wow. Well, with that, we have come to the conclusion, with our Santa hats on, the conclusion of the 2012 versions and editions of the Big 12 Report. Again, we'll be off the next 2 weeks for the holidays, but we'll see you back the week of January 7th for an all-new and exciting year of the Big 12 Report.
It will be totally different, I think. Happy holidays, everyone, and we'll see
Enjoy. Merry Christmas.
We'll see you in
Merry
2013.
Christmas. That's right.
Joined, as always, by co-host Carter Babb.
Thanks, Wendell. Well, wow, this is going to be a struggle.
Big 12 fans all know that at all the 9, the New Year's Day, God.
I'm just expecting my huge Christmas bonus in the mail any day now.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Santa's head used to be in this. It's not there anymore. And Rudolph, he's dinner.
That's creepy. That is creepy.
Guess I'm still loopy.
Still on the drugs.
Drink
Heavy.
up, Shriners. Doesn't take long to do substandard work.